Hello and welcome back to our Women's Guide to Business Domination launch. Our book has launched today. We're super excited. We're having a global launch and we're so thrilled that you are part of that. We've been hearing from so many of the authors. We've got 18 authors, 18 chapters from sensational women from around the globe. And it has been an absolute delight, let me tell you. And we now have another amazing author. Her name is Angela Schutz, and her chapter is called Delivering Exemplary Customer Service. You know, let's just go above and beyond and dazzle so that our customers will never want to leave us. So I'm super excited about hearing about her chapter, but I'm just going to introduce her. Angela is the founder of Driven to Succeed Consulting. It's a career coaching and professional development company. She has seriously helped hundreds of people land meaningful jobs, dispelling the myth that there are no good jobs out there. She will find them for you, don't you worry. She helps unemployed people go from hopelessness to happily employed, and she's done this in an amazing way. She's used her background in HR to actually just make sure that people achieve their dreams in the job seeking sector. Plus, she's done a whole lot of other things, authoring books and just being sensational around different platforms. But we are today going to talk about her chapter. Welcome to our launch, Angela.
Well, thank you so much, Annie. It's such a pleasure to be with you. And I can say good evening to you and good morning to everybody on the East Coast and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's a glorious day. It's fun to be on another book launch.
Oh my goodness, another one for you. I mean, I know you're a serial writer, but anyway, we are here to celebrate our beautiful book today. So tell us about Delivering Exemplary Customer Service. Why is this your genius zone? Why does everyone need to master this in business?
Well, you know, a lot of times you go into, let's say, a restaurant, and the food is absolutely delicious, but your server's not paying any attention to you at all. They don't come back and check on you. They don't make sure they've given you the proper order. They don't do anything. And so you may think about that restaurant over and over and really want to taste that food again, but you're not going to go back because you weren't taken care of. And I always feel that part of that is the fact that the person that owns the business isn't paying attention. They're not really invested in, you know, they hire a staff, they're sure they have great people, but then they move away and they go and do other things and they don't ever come back and pay attention. And so what happens, the first person that you have working for you starts to slip a little bit, and then the next one, and pretty soon it becomes the norm that everybody that's running your business isn't doing a very good job. So I think about things like that all the time. And what does it take? Not much. It takes just being present And, so I like to help people get to that point. And there's some key things that I talk about in the book that not only are good for customer service, they're good for life. They're ways to live our lives so that we do well with every interaction we have.
Yeah, I love that. I always look at everything holistically. Business, life, it's actually like interlinked. It's the same. It's the principles that you put in your own life that you're going to bring into your business anyway. I love that sort of thinking that, sometimes we're just focused. Yeah, as a business owner, you might be focusing on, the revenue the staffing issues, the practicalities of, the business, but you're not actually focusing on the customer. That's right. But which will always come back to bite you, because you might be getting customers in the door because you've got good food, but you're not going to get those repeat customers. What does every business want? They want the lifelong customer. They want the person who loves them, right? Who just comes back. Whether you're a Thai restaurant or if you're the local shopping center, you want that person to go, this is what I do every week. I come here to shop, to dine, to whatever, and it is, as you said, it's so easy. And I love the word that you use there, to be present. That's what it is. It's about being present, because otherwise what's happening in your experience, they just take their eye off they're off to go and do another task, if you like.
Yeah, they might want to be growing their business, but you can't neglect the one that you've just started. You can't expect your staff to do everything that you should be doing. Your customers don't just come for the food. They come for the social events. And that includes the people they interact with that are the people that work at that business. The average person is only loyal for 3 years to a restaurant. So it's pretty shocking that if you're not putting in extra effort, that customer is always going to want to try something new. But if they're not even going to last 3 years with you, then your business is going to suffer terribly. It's easier to keep a good customer than it is to constantly generate new customers. And that's true in any kind of business you have. Absolutely. If you provide a service, if you have a product, stop always looking for the new person. Have a solid relationship with the person that's already been loyal to you. It actually costs you less money. You don't have to do as much marketing. They already like you. There are a lot of positives to really fostering that relationship.
Okay, that's a gold nugget for those of you listening in right there. Absolutely. Lead generation is expensive. Takes time, energy. If you're paying for that marketing, you've got money splashing at the wall, you've really going to, but sometimes you can think, oh, that's more exciting. I'm looking for the new people, the new fresh, it's like new is fresh. But hello, if you have someone who's enjoyed your product or service before, they will generally enjoy it again if you treat them well. Right.
And they generate new business for you that you don't even have to pay for. Word of mouth is tremendous.
They are your brand ambassadors, like for
That's
free.
Right.
They go and tell their, if you've had your little lashes done or your makeup or whatever, then they'll go and tell all their 10 friends, oh my gosh, I had it here, and do you like them? And if everyone likes it, they'll be like, oh yeah, I want what she's got. Right? It's not hard. Business in this way isn't hard, but it's just that people neglect the obvious, which is surprising to us women in business. You're thinking, isn't this the gold? But why wouldn't everyone be focusing in this area? But for some reason they take their eye off the prize. The prize is the people you have. The prize is your staff who you should be treating like royalty, because they represent your brand, and your customers at the center. Right. Why is this? Why is it so hard? You've been in this area a very long time. This is your specialty. Why is this not basic?
Why is what not basic? That keeping the customers?
Yeah, keeping the customers at the center.
Well, I think we get mixed messages. We always hear you have to keep your funnel full. When you're talking about, you have to keep your funnel full. So you think you're always supposed to be on the lookout for new people. And yes, you do. But if you're not going to nurture the people you already have, and let them help you keep your funnel full, then you're missing this golden opportunity.
Yes.
And is it hard? It shouldn't be. But we forget. In trying to grow, we forget that you're growing all the time if you're nurturing the people that are loyal to you.
Yeah, exactly. And what you'll see a range of ways that people can do that quite easily. Giving people an extra discount because they're a great customer, giving their 2-for-1 deals if you can get a friend to come along as well. Giving these extra little treats when someone's not expecting it, they're like going, oh my gosh, yeah, I absolutely love that. I'll definitely bring a friend along or whatever. So, it's so much easier, so much cheaper, because often that product, it's not going to cost you more, and you're happy to do that, as opposed to then, paying to get new people in the door.
Giving gift certificates is so incredible. It costs you nothing to print up beautiful gift certificates.
Exactly.
Some people don't even use them, but the people that use them bring people with them. Come on, let's go out for dinner, or whatever it is, whatever kind of service you have. Don't forget, I'll pass the gift certificate on to my daughter, my friend. It's very interesting. There are those little tricks that make such a difference. Giving people a gift on your birthday. Having allowing somebody to have a fundraiser. I run a women's group called Dream Dare Dance, and one of the women in the group is the Connecticut chapter president for the pajama program. And it's absolutely criminal how many children in the world have never had a pair of pajamas. And so as a group, our women's group did a fundraiser to make money, or to even go out. A lot of the women went out and just bought pajamas. They came with armloads of pajamas, and it was so much fun, and children's books. So it's things like that. So, as somebody that's running a group, I can get lots of people to be interested in a particular business or a charity by just saying to my group, let's do this.
Yeah, exactly. It can be just hosting something. That's right. It doesn't even have to be, it just means make it happen. Bend a little bit, rather than go, oh, that doesn't suit so much. Just make a little bit of, flexibility, and you can make amazing things happen. And that's it. I've been at fundraisers, I'm a trekker, for example. So I've, done some fundraisers for the trek that we've done, and we'll host an event at a local restaurant. And so it's got nothing to do with them, but if they can give us a good deal, give us more, flexibility, have a microphone, bits and pieces, then, everyone who went to that restaurant goes, I've never been to this restaurant before, but it was actually really nice. You've got get a whole room of like 30, 40, 50 new people who are having an experience at your restaurant, for example.
And they're paying you.
Exactly.
They're paying you. All you had to say was yes. And then that one person brings in 30, 40, 50 people. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
If you do a good job and the service is good, those people are going to come back privately.
Yeah, exactly. And we have that model here. I don't know if you have a chain called, it's a bit of a home handyman shop called Bunnings here. And so Bunnings have sausages every Saturdays. They've got a sausage sizzle thing. So when you go there, they're everywhere. And all the charity. So when you go down on the weekend to do when you're wanting to do a bit of DIY, that you can go and get a sausage there as well. So I'm sure some people just go down there for the sausage, but you're more likely to then go, while you're there and they're supporting the local club, you can go in there and buy something. And these plans work because you've got a nice brand association. Even if you weren't going to go and buy yourself a drill or a hammer or a flour or whatever else is in the shop, it's kind of like a nice feeling because they support. Therefore, that fundraiser helps the local club, and there's a club every week, right? Because we all, and so. But I think it's a really good use of your your services. It doesn't cost them much to allow someone to put up a little stand and sell sausages every weekend,
and it's exciting.
I know, and it's new people, new energy. They're all happy to be there. They're having their moment, raising some money for their charity or whatever. It isn't that hard. All right. So what other ways do you think they can treat them better? They can offer to host things, be a bit more flexible. What other attention to detail things do you see in your businesses that could make a massive difference?
Well, I think that, this makes a difference in your life and in your business is treat everybody as if they're a VIP.
Mm.
Just, make them feel special. Remember their name. I mean, it's just so basic, but so many people talk to you and never utter your name. The minute they utter your name, you have a connection with them. It doesn't take much. Ask them their name if you've forgotten. It's okay. But call them by name. And if you're doing that with people in your life, you're doing that with your customers, they are very bonded to you. It's not just, they'll pass by the other places to come and be with you.
So true.
That's what happens. Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because you've just got a personal connection. It's not just someone who buys a coffee from me every day. It's like they know when I come by, oh, hi, Annie, I've got you, would you like the regular? And you just go, oh, she knows me. It does. Right. It gives you that connection. It's like family. It suddenly makes you go, oh, that's right. You've gone the extra mile. It isn't that hard, is it? Sometimes you can get those situations that you go, oh, I probably should know their name and I don't. But you can always fake it and go, sorry, I'm just overwhelmed. I've had a brain melt or something, just refresh my mind or something like that. You can get around it, right?
Or just say, I love seeing you again. I've been so busy today. Just remind me of your name. I really appreciate that you're here, And don't forget to treat your staff as if they're VIPs. We need to treat everybody as if they're VIPs. Your staff is itching to tell you something about who they are personally, or they're itching to tell you they got a great idea for this business. Listen to them. Treat them as if they're special because you know what, they really are. And they'll uncover hidden talents that they have that will actually help you in your business if you listen to them. So it's so important. And again, it's not hard. And treat yourself like a VIP. Care about who you are and the image you present. That's, it's such an important piece of life. So many people are down on themselves and they forget how special they are. I mean, my platform is always celebrate your uniqueness. And it's true. That's what we need to do all the time. We're all different. We should all be celebrated.
Yeah, it's role modeling. If your staff see that you don't even look after yourself or you don't value yourself, then you're not going to value them. You're not going to value customers, and it goes on and on and on. I learned a lot of that when years ago I worked for a doctor actually, and he was amazing. Like he was like one of the gurus of the hospital, but he'd always, I'd meet him. I'd come along to have some meetings with him, and he'd be, it doesn't matter if it's the janitor or the person at the cafe or one of the residents or whatever, they'd all go, hello, sir. And he'd be like, hello, Joe. Hello. So this is my friend, Annie, and blah, blah, blah. It didn't matter. They all felt the same. It didn't matter if it was another professor. They all, and I learned a lot from that it's right. That's right. It's not your position. Everyone's working hard. It doesn't, they might be on different salaries, but they've all shown up to work. They've got themselves organized. They're all committed. They're giving their best effort. It's respecting and valuing them. And I tell you what, people go above and beyond because also the realities of life is that a lot of people don't treat them that way. And they'll notice the difference for sure. Yeah.
I'd like to tell you a little story. I used to work at a university and I had 2 admins. And it got to the point where I had to go to 6 meetings a day, which meant I wasn't in the office very much. So I would listen to other faculty members, to other people, and they would say, your admins are so wonderful. All I have to do is call your office and they always have an answer for me. Nobody ever says, I don't know that. They say, I'll find out I'll get the answer for you as soon as I can. And they were so wonderful. And so every Thursday night before I left the office, I would sit down and write a thank you note to each of them for something I heard somebody say about them because I wasn't face to face with them anymore. I was at meetings. And they'd come in every Friday and there'd be a note on their desk. What
Oh,
a difference. I had the best staff in the entire university
of course.
because of that simple little thing. How long did it take me? 5 minutes? 10
Yeah.
minutes? Nothing. It was really nothing. But what a difference it made. And they kept trying to figure out more ways they could help. They helped
Yeah.
students, they helped the parents, they helped everybody.
Yeah.
So, as I said, for most of these things, I can give lots and lots of tips, but just make that tiny little effort. 5% more than you're doing now will make a huge difference in every interaction you have.
Yeah, exactly. You don't do it for that reason, but
Right.
it comes back in spades. Absolutely. The teams that I have managed, that's right. When you get a great team vibe, but if they go above and beyond, nothing's a problem because they appreciate it. They feel valued, which they should. But then most people are lovely. That's what my experience is. They are absolutely really lovely. And if you treat them well and respect them, then they're like, I'm very happy to give back. I'm happy to stay back on those times it's an emergency. I'm happy to go above and beyond because, they're appreciated. And so it isn't rocket science, but I'm so glad that it's in this book because you know what? It is an area that just gets missed. And it is so important. So those of you tuning into this, definitely when you get your copy, go to kmdbooks.com or you can scan the QR code on my graphic there. You're going to read Angela Schutz's chapter, Delivering Exemplary Customer Service. And when you read it, just start thinking about, all those aspects of, in the job you're at, whether you're the owner of that company, whether you're working somewhere, start thinking about this topic because it's really foundational. It really is. It's going from how do I treat myself, how do I treat my staff, how do I actually treat every single customer that I've had, even previous customers. Do I try and bring them back? Do I care about them? Do I add extra value to them even though they haven't paid for anything at the moment? Do I reach out and send them something on their birthday? These sorts of practices which you can easily implement into your business systems, right? Like it's not hard. Most things are digital, automated. Even though I live across the road from an RSL club, they'll give me something on my birthday. They'll, and I'll go, oh, so it'll be a voucher and I'll have to go over and have a little glass of champagne to celebrate. But, and so that's great. But they're thinking of, one, are they thinking about you? Probably not personally. You're on the list or whatever, but it's a process that then brings the person back. And then when you walk in and go, I'm here for my birthday drink, well, all the ladies at the reception will go, oh, happy birthday, and you'll get that buzz. It's not that hard to actually put in these sort of practices. So for those of you listening in, you're definitely going to want to, just refresh your mind into this whole topic. It is going to add incredible value. And I love what you said at the beginning, Angela, not just your business, actually your life. Yeah, you'll suddenly, how do you treat your neighbors? How do you treat your family members? How do you treat your friends? Do you really, as you said, that word, be present? Are you present in where they're at, how they're helping, how they're involved, what they're needing from you at that time?
And I think if you read the chapter once from your business perspective, you should then go back and read the chapter again and see how many of those principles apply to your life. Because once you start doing those things, like better communication, making people feel they're of value, all of those things apply to life as well.
Brilliant way to leave this conversation. So true. Thank you so much for sharing with us at our very exciting launch. I'm super excited to have you all the way from the US be part of this and to be sharing your wisdom. And I tell you what, your clients over there, oh my goodness, they are blessed because I know you just genuinely live and breathe to serve them, and you're just doing so many diverse things, and I know you're just absolutely loving it. So thank you for being such a ray of sunshine to those that you serve.
And thank you, Annie. This is a great pleasure for me. I appreciate being part of this book and being part of your tribe.